Hi, I'm Cheryl from the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to cut fabric panels and show you some fun projects that you can make out of them. Okay, so let's look at a sample of a fabric panel. Now, when I first purchased this, I only purchased a half a yard, and it came with 8 of these panel pieces on it. These are just dancing cats. They're singing and dancing and playing musical instruments. One of the problems with panel fabrics is when you purchase them, they're crooked. They're not squared. They're not straight. They're kind of distorted. They're stretched in different directions. So one of the things you need to make sure that you do when you purchase them and before you cut into it is to wash them. Now, before you wash them, put a little zigzag stitch along both raw edges, okay? That will prevent your fabric from unfraying, and it'll become just a mess if you don't do that. So do a simple zigzag stitch, put it in the washing machine, then put it in the dryer, and then do a real good pressing, trying not to stretch the fabric. Just do a really good pressing. Now, let me show you how to cut a fabric panel piece out. Okay, now as I said before, they'll even still be a little crooked after you wash them, so it's never going to be a perfect square. So let me show you how to go about doing that. If I placed the 0 here on my ruler in this corner, and then with the diagonal line here, lined it up with the next corner, it's not going to be very straight. You will find it will tip one way or the other. So I'm going to show you how to line it up so that it's somewhat square when you put it on your finished project. So here's the 0. I want to square it up to 7.5 inches. So I'm going to put a sticky note or a piece of tape on the 7.5 inch line here, and then on the 7.5 inch line here. Okay, then take your piece, lay this over the top, and center it as much as you can. Like I said, it will be a little crooked, a little lopsided. Now you're going to want to always make sure you have at least 1/4 inch all the way around. Some sections of it might be more than 1/4 inch, so shift it around. So I want it to be 7.5 inches, as much as I can. Then take your rotary cutter and go ahead and cut only 2 sides, okay? 2 sides. Whoops, let me get this piece. There it goes. Then go and cut this other side here. All right, now you want to take this corner and bring it around over to here. Okay, so bring it around. Now you're going to cut this side and this side. So line up the 7.5 inch line here and there on these 2 previously cut sides. Line it up. Okay. Once you have it lined up, and it takes a little time, you don't want to speed, you don't want to go too fast. You want to take your time on this. Then, now you're going to cut this side, and then this side. Okay, and that's how you cut a fabric panel. All right, now let me show you some suggestions for fabric panels. One of the things that I like about purchasing panels is they make really quick pot holder projects. Look at that. For instance, out of that half a yard panel, I could get 8 pot holders. Now, I like to look for panels that come out during the holiday seasons, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, any of those big holidays, 4th of July. And you'll see panels come out with those themes on it. So they make great gifts around the holiday seasons. Now, let me show you another project. that I like to use panels in. Okay, this is a little girl's runner for her dresser top. All I did was put plain fabric on the back, this polka dot fabric on the top. There's not even any cotton batting in it. And I put a little ruffle at the end. See how cute that is? Now, when you look at this really close, from the border edge here of the print out to the seam here, you'll see the yellow, and it's a little uneven. Okay, you'll see more on other sides than you will on the other. To mask that and take away from that, try to use fabric that's similar in color to this yellow. So I selected yellow with white polka dots. So it's not as noticeable if your panel piece is a little crooked. Okay, this was a really quick project to make, so there's lots of ideas. Okay, well, I hope this helped cleared up some issues that you might have about panels. Now, if you have any suggestions, you have some ideas for a tutorial, or you need help on something, you're having problems, leave a comment in the comment section. I read all of them and I try to answer as many as I can. So just go down there below the YouTube screen and you'll see the comments section. Now, if you would like to subscribe to the Sewing Room channel, click on my picture up there in the upper left-hand corner and follow the instructions that YouTube gives you for subscribing. Now, I'm Cheryl. I have a lot more great tips to give you in the future. Happy sewing, and I'll see you next time.